There's a lot of what ifs for 2011, and these are some of the stories that we're looking at this week. What if Jamie Dimon decides to leave JP Morgan to go to the government? What if WikiLeaks is right about Bank of America? What if Ron Paul actually does kill the Fed? And what if lending doesn't see a pickup in 2011?
That's right. You know, we have a lot of uncertainties going on in the bank sector right now and in the economy in general. You know, we heard some really positive comments from a few of the bank executives a few weeks ago at the Goldman Sachs conference. One of the things that a lot of them talked about was positive signs for lending next year, particularly in C&I, which is usually one of the first categories to pick up. But, you know, we don't know what's going to happen with the economy next year. You know, so loan growth, while it's very, very important for banks, we don't know what's going to happen with it.
With the regulation changing, how important is lending going to be for banks?
Well, loans in general are a huge part of the bank's businesses. You know, they're not going to always be able to rely on their securities portfolios, and they're not always going to be able to rely on reserve releasing and improving credit trends forever. So they have to make loans. That is a huge part of their business, both on the consumer side and, of course, on the corporate side. So speaking of loans, what do you think the ramifications will be if WikiLeaks actually has something damaging on Bank of America?
Well, if WikiLeaks does have something damaging on Bank of America, there's going to be lawsuits all over the place. I mean,
as if Bank of America is not already dealing with a million lawsuits.
Exactly, exactly. Well, you're going to see more lawsuits. You're going to see SEC investigations, and those lawsuits will probably affect all of the other banks in the sector, JP Morgan, Citi, you know, depending on what sort of information WikiLeaks actually releases. Right. And we explore some of those possibilities in the story this week.